Hi guys and ladies, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be flying the Aegis dynamic Sabre, which is available to fly for free if you're a subscriber this month, and also one of my favourites, the F7CM Super Hornet. I'm also going to talk about a little bit of news which has come out from around the verse, and we just have a general fly around and see how we get on. Well, I hope everybody's doing okay this week. This is a time of year where usually gaming news is in a bit of the summer doldrums. You know, after all the excitement of all the revealings at E3, usually things are a little bit barren until we get to Gamescom. And the same can be said usually of news from Star Citizen. I remember last summer it was a bit of a drought and, you know, a little bit of doom and gloom for other reasons, which we won't go into. But this summer, things are looking different because they've changed the format in some of their programming, and I think it's going to be ongoing. And with the 100th episode of Around the Verse, some of these changes are starting to become evident. What they're doing, they're going to show more of the game, and that's got to be good. Obviously, they don't want to give us spoilers for things like Squadron 42, but what they're doing is actually showing more of the actual game actually being developed, you know, seeing people actually working on the game. And in this week's Around the Verse, there is a great studio tour of Foundry 42. That's in the UK. Well, most people know that. It's in Wilmslow, which is near Manchester. So Aaron Roberts took us round 3 floors of the studio, and I think he said it was 170 plus employees at the moment, and it looks like it's going to rise to about 180 odd. And so, you know, that's amazing, really. And what we did see during the tour was some glimpses, and I think some people have managed to zoom in on things which probably wasn't intended to be shown. But some of the things they actually showed us, for example, the new HUDs in progress, and that was really interesting because all the HUDs in the ships at the moment and all the like the graphical systems like the Mobiglass is really just placeholders, and what they showed us was actually a little bit of what will be the in-game star map for when you're in your ship. Now what I'll do, I'll leave a link in the description and in the video itself so you can actually go and view the whole episode of the second part of the 100th edition of Around the Verse. It's a bit of a mouthful. Well, part 3's next week evidently, and I think that's going to be from the Austin studio. They've got so much to show, they've split it up into 4 parts. So it must be Frankfurt after that, I guess. So I didn't really have much idea what I was going to do during this session. So I decided to head out to one of the comma rays. Now, the comma rays which are actually deactivated, you can actually get 1,000 Alpha UEC credits for actually going inside and actually reactivating the comma ray. But first, you have to deal with some pirates who don't want you in their territory.
Fire. Shields recharging. Kill.
Finally, some easy pickings.
Shields recharging. Shields under fire. Shields.
You had your chance to run. You messed up now, Scav.
Under fire. Shields recharging. Shields under fire. Port shield under fire.
You ain't got any problems with that right now. Hold still. You messed up now, Scav.
Well, I should have been able to deal with these pirates fairly easily, but I was too occupied looking at those lovely cinematic cameras, and I took my eye off the ball, and before I knew it, one of the pirates blew me away. But I wasn't going to give up. When I respawned back at Port Olisar, I was determined to come back. And I did, but this time in my F7CM Super Hornet. But first, before we carry on with the mission, let's have a look at what else we saw in Around the Verse. They also showed some of the new sort of like, well, it's not just for pirates, but it's if you want to go on the shadier side of the lore, they're going to have a special base, which is the darker equivalent of Port Olisar. It's going to be called Grim Hex. And they showed a little bit of that, as well as the sound design for that, which hopefully it should all be in 2.5 when that's released later on, hopefully in a month or so, I reckon. Well, I returned to the Comaray, and I managed to fight off the pirates without too much difficulty. So I went inside the Comaray to reactivate it and to earn my 1000 Alpha UEC credits. Now, this is a fairly easy way to earn credits in the Crusader map at the moment, and I reactivated a few Comarays during this session. But I wanted something more exciting to do. So I decided to head for the security post, and although that area is fraught with danger, I felt quite brave today. But first, let's go back and have a look at one of the most exciting pieces in this week's Around the Verse. Now, they also showed one of the largest UEE ships which will be in the game, the Bengal Carrier. Now, obviously, they can't really talk about the storyline in Squadron 42, but the Bengal Carrier will feature in Squadron 42, and I guess you might see one of those in the Persistent universe in future. Not sure if any players would ever be able to own one of these ships, because it's over 1 kilometre long, and basically what they're doing with something this size, an asset this size in a game engine, it's actually groundbreaking. Now, the Bengal Carrier is absolutely huge. They even said that you could fit an Idris inside its landing bay. Well, you couldn't land it, but just fitting one in there is, well, just gives you a sense of scale. Now, I'm not a young guy anymore. I started off gaming when there was little white blocks on the screen in a game called Pong. Now we've come a long way, and I just can't wait to see this ship in game. Well, I finally made it to the security post, and to be on the safe side, I decided not to land and just EVA down as it's not very safe here, and I've had some very bad experiences in the past. Now it always seems eerily quiet here, nothing much going on. Sometimes you might get the passing ship, but it seemed a little bit too quiet for comfort. And my fears were realised when, as I went through the airlock, went through the outer door, and then through the inner door, I caught a glimpse of a figure lying prone in the shadows. It was an ambush, and once again, my fate was sealed, and I was brutally shot down. Maybe I need to improve my reactions. Well, I certainly think that maybe playing Doom will help with my aging reactions. Or maybe at my age I should stick to the speed of Armour 3. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please let me know what you think, and don't forget to like, and also it would really help the channel a lot if you could consider subscribing. So until next time, wherever you're watching out there, you take care, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye for now.